Hello, everyone. This is Scott Whitehead, Chief Marketing Officer for Total Financial. And I want to be the first to say thank you for joining us on our Total Technology Transformation webinar. I have to tell you, Diana and I are super excited about some of the changes that we have made and some of the investments that we've made on the technology standpoint. But before we get into it, I want to talk a little bit about some of the housekeeping items. There is a Q&A section on the right-hand side of your screen or a chat section. If you have a question, please feel free to put that in. You can chat to myself or to Diana Greenberg, our President and CEO, who's our co-presenter today. And we will try to get to each and every one of those questions and chats to it as we go. But we are going to have everyone's lines muted today. We are recording this session, so if you'd like to have a recording of this session later on, please feel free to contact me, Diana, or one of the SVPs as well to get a copy of the recording. So with that, I want to turn it over to Diana a little bit and have her talk about some of the changes that we've made and some of the reasons why. So with that, Diana, welcome. I'm super happy to have you on. Let's roll.
Good morning, everybody, and afternoon to all the rest of you on the other parts of the United States. Thank you so much for joining us. Scott is correct. This has been an endeavor that we have been working on for months, and this is probably one of the most exciting things that we've done with Total in a while. This really came about before COVID even existed. It was a time a couple of years ago that I just started noticing that there was a huge technology trend. You all might know it and you might recognize it in things that came out into the business like Vitality with John Hancock, which required more use of Fitbits and Apple Watches. The more we started using technology, the more information they were getting. It's how underwriting's being done right now. And quite frankly, if you're not embracing the change and taking advantage of these advancements in technology, it would be better. I can say that because this is absolutely 100% where our industry is going to go. And we decided to take advantage of this last year, put some major money into it, but really it's major money into you, our agents, our partners. We knew that everybody was a little frustrated on how to do business, how to submit business, how to quote business, where to get references from. And, you know, like I started this 10 years ago, now was the time to redo this and put everything at your fingertips. And it's going to be stuff that you've never even seen before. But more important, before Scott gets into this, when you get onto this website, I really want you to take the time to go through it, go through every area, go through, you know, every single platform, because there's a message. It's a message that we talk a lot about during our university. It's a message of doing business with Total, feeling like you're part of the family, feeling like you're treated special, feeling like you're getting the concierge service. By no means do we pretend to be a transactional company. And that's why, even though with all the insurance companies coming out with all of these transactional e-submission platforms and quoting platforms, it's never going to take away from us guiding our clients and pointing them towards the right direction and helping them with the right products to sell. So we're going to stick to that, and we're still going to focus on that. We're just going to make a lot of that information more available to you. So please take the time to look at this, spend some time hearing our story. If you haven't heard it yet, there's a great section in here about our history and who we are and how we got started. And with that, Scott, I'm going to let you take a dive and go right in, because there's a lot of information that we need to share with everybody.
Yeah, you're right, Diana. There certainly is. Before I get started, I want to say a huge thank you. There's a lot of partners that went in and helped us with this technology transformation. So first and foremost, I want to throw a shout out to our team at Apis Productions that helped us rebuild our website. They were completely amazing to deal with, and they're part of the reason why this is so successful. Also to our friends at IXN, they're a new technology platform. I want to say thank you to them, and then also thank you to all the staff that helped us rebuild and put content in here. So a lot of hands went into this website and technology endeavor. So what you're going to see today is a culmination of a lot of feedback from you. Diana said it, and it's really important that you understand that this investment was made for your practices. And I don't know, many of you filled out our survey last year, and the things that you're going to see from our website and our technology changes are all things that you asked for. So one of the things we like to do is listen to you, because obviously you're the ones that we're trying to work with each and every day and make sure your practices are better. So as we go through this today, know that many of the things that you see are things that were very much requested. So the website's the key. This is really going to be this place that you're going to go to start doing business and doing business with us. And we've done it a little bit differently. So what you're going to see right now on the front end, we have a client face or a front facing, which is not a logged in piece. So this is kind of the public site. And then I'm going to get into in a moment into the back end, which is something new for us, which is the private site, which is where we've put all the content. But on the front end, this is where we're telling our story on who we are, who Total Financial is. So there's many of you on the phone that we've dealt with for many, many, many years, and you'll know our story very well. But there's also new folks on the phone that are seeing us for the first time. And what you'll see here, this will explain the story of the Total Financial family and some of the things that we do. And I'm going to start here with the total difference. And these are some of the things that we really take pride in what we do. Our concierge underwriting, our firm was built on underwriting. And I'm not going to read these. You guys can go through and read these. But it was one of the things that, Marty and Lisa built many, many years ago, and Diana has brought in. And we are a service orientated, concierge orientated firm. And that is where we make our living. And this is one of our differences. Our advanced planning resources are some of the best in the industry, and we really try to help you develop your businesses. So these are some of the things that you can go through and take a moment and read. But we wanted to make sure we highlighted this to you to understand who we are. Clicking on our firm a little bit, you can see where we position ourselves. If you like media, you can click this video. It's a very good video on who we are. And then obviously our partners from your side, from the agent side, our carrier side. Diane and I both love this graphic because it really speaks very much to who Total Financial is. We love who we work with. We love our carrier partners, we love our agent partners, and this graphic to me spoke so loudly to who Total Financial was. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. We also have a little bit of our history here as well. Again, for those of you who've been with us for a while, my guess is there's going to be some smiles on your faces as you go through this. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but I do want to invite everyone to go to this page and take a moment and go through our history and take a look at some of the history, because it's a very rich history, and it's all driven towards making sure our agents have the best of the best. Very excited for our history piece. Now, as we go through this, if you had an existing login with our other website, with the totalfinancial.com, if you had a username and a password, your username should come in here and your password should come in here. And you'll easily be able to log in. That information should port over. If you never registered on our other website, and that's with tools like if you had registered with iGo or with SureLC, those are separate logins. What you needed to do was register with Total. If you have not done that, what you'll do is click here to register and you'll create a new registration. Once you hit register, it'll send us an email and we'll approve your registration, and then you'll have access to the whole inside. So I just want to be really clear. If you have registered on the previous Total Financial website, your username and password should come over. If you never registered, go in, do a new register. And we'd love to have anybody new on here. Anybody that hasn't registered, register please, because you'll find that our website here is really driven towards your practices and helping you drive your business. So I'm going to click log in. And this is what I call our dashboard, our kind of our quote unquote our home page. And our whole goal here was to make it easy for you to navigate. Everything that you need to get to on our website should be on this front page. And you'll see right across the top here, you're going to see some drop downs, and you can navigate through those. But more importantly, you can see these 6 core buttons that we have right here. And these are quick links. And we put these in here because these should be the most visited places on our website. Obviously, forms, illustrations, our e-applications section. And I'll go through these as we go, but each of these link to these places. Get appointed. This is obviously goes into Cheryl C and our appointment tools. But this is where you want to navigate our core navigation pages, and I'll come back to those in a moment. On this front page, this dashboard, I'm going to go down. We have a special announcement section, and you can see right here, one of the tools I'm going to talk about today that we are incredibly excited about is our mobile application. That's something part of the tools that we added to here as well. As we put events on, we'll have events over here on our left-hand side. And then we have news right here on the front page. I'm going to show you 2 places to get the news, but this is our carrier news, and this is updated on a day-to-day basis. So you're going to want to come back to the website and check these on a daily basis, but you can see anytime. This was May 24th, May 20th, May 19th. You can see all the different product changes, Nationwide, Mutual of Omaha, Symetra, Prudential, and you can see you can go all the way back farther on these news changes. So we try to send out as much as this as we can through email, but I know you're inundated just like we are with emails, and this is a great place for you to come and see those. Our newsletters are logged in on this front page, so you'll be able to get to those. Our podcast channel and our video channel. I would tell you, if you've not been to our podcast channel, we have some fantastic podcasts on here that you'll want to go and take a listen to. Same with our videos. We try to keep all of our town halls and all our videos, everything that we have on our video channel. So that is our front page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the sales and marketing piece, because I feel like what we've done here is listened very carefully to you as agents. These are the core topics that every single one of you said. We want to have more information on each of these topics: advanced planning, premium financing, longevity planning, which is long-term care planning, policy reviews and annuities, and life settlements. And then tools and calculators I'm going to get to because I'm pretty excited about that. What we have tried to build in each and every one of these sections are resources for you, whether it's agent resources, agent guides and tools for you, client resources, whether they're fillable or social posts or approach letters or things you can put your logo on. We try to make each one of these sections very clear, and we want to make sure that they were kind of consistent. So I'm gonna show you 2 or 3 of these, and then we'll move on. I suggest that you spend some time looking closely at these, or pick up your phone and call your SVP and have your SVP give you a tour via Zoom on here, so you guys can talk about what are some of the different things and how they might fit your practice. So starting with advanced planning, you can see we have put a lot of work into this, talking about the different areas here that we do planning in. You'll notice that we have a strategic relationship with Highland Capital, and a lot of the things that you'll see is driven here through our partners at Highland Capital. We have access to a number of attorneys and CPAs. It's a great relationship for us because it's third party, and they've really helped us close some large cases. But as we get down into here, you can see we have a lot of different resources. And one of the ones I'm really excited about is we have a relationship with Advanced Markets Online, and they have a lot of tools in here. And you'll notice we have advanced planning documents. If I click on this, these are all sample documents. So if I want to see a sample document on trusts or wills or other documents, you have access to all of these sample documents, which is something that we added to you. We've added in a number of resources from our carriers, and these will be updated on a regular basis, but what we try to do is pick the best in class resources in here. And then down on the bottom of this one, I am a huge fan of the business valuation and buy sell review ideas. If you are working in the business marketplace, this is a must visit place. Our friends at Principal have an amazing setup on their business valuation report. And if you work in this space, this business valuation report will tell you exactly what to sell them. And same with the buy sell review. It's one of the top tools that you can have in the business marketplace. So what we've done is we've tried to make it easy for you to get on our website. I'm going to pick on one other piece of this just to show you on the policy review tab. We've added a number of resources for you. See where it says client resources, client approach letters, graphics, and social media. These are all fillable for you. These are all approach letters that can be customized to you for your practice. And I love that because it's for you. And then we have a number of graphics and social media in here as well. There is one thing I do want to point out. Notice right here, this comprehensive life insurance calculator. If I click on that, this is a client approved calculator. And you're able to go through and calculate as much life insurance and create a report for your client. This is new. This goes along with the volume of calculators that we've put out here for you. Simple ones like IRR, investing impaired, tax equivalent yield, long-term care, estate planning. We also put tax tables out here for you. Then we have a number of customizable concepts. These are spreadsheets that you can fill out to create client presentations. Annuity Max, estate planning, premium finance. So these are all tools that you've never had access before that you're going to want to spend some time on. So with the sales and marketing piece, we really tried to give you all the resources from the education standpoint to yourself to customizable client approved materials that you can bring to your clients. So with that, I would tell you, spend some time with your SVP going through each one of those. I'm going to move across to the dashboard to get a point on. So I'm gonna navigate through this. This is this piece right here, Diane and I are super proud of, because this is something we have never had on here before, other than SureLC, which is something, you know, from our contracting standpoint that everyone on the phone has used before. We have a nice little video on how SureLC it works, but more importantly, we've added links to anti-money laundering, continuing ed, E&O. This is something that we've been asked for years to have, and we're super excited to have easy, quick access links to those. So you can find those on the dashboard, or you can find them right here by navigating across the top to licensing and contracting. Very easy to get to, super excited to have that. Products and carriers, I'm going to click on a few of these. Core life carriers, if you're doing business with us for a while, you know that we rep just about every carrier, but we do have some of our core carriers that we'll put on the top of the heap, and they're kind of our main carriers. So our platinum carriers, our gold carriers, our silver carriers. Realize this is, you can't navigate anywhere here. This is just kind of shows you who our core life carriers are. Lines of business. These are the different lines of business that we do business with. Obviously, life insurance, annuities, DI. I do want to point out something down here on California Group Healthcare. This is something new for us, and we have added this piece because we've had a number of people ask us, do we do group healthcare? And we've partnered with one of our longtime agents, Jeff Hoover. And Jeff is an expert on California group health insurance. So if you ever have any questions on that, this is a place you can go, and there's Jeff's contact information. So we're very excited to add that. And as we get more strategic partners, we'll probably add more to this as we go. This right here is something that Diana and I are so excited about. This is such a wealth of knowledge that is in your hands. This is what what Diana would call it affectionately, cheat sheets on just about anything that you want from a carrier, operations, underwriting, and product spec standpoint. So I'll click on this link, and it's going to pull up every single carrier that we have and all kinds of different design things. So if I want to go through and see who has long-term care riders, I can click that and click long-term care. and you can go through, and this isn't just this is you. You can see the carriers that would have the true long-term care riders and some information about them. If you want more information, you can actually click this and put this in Excel, which is amazing. From an underwriting standpoint, I know Diana and her team love this. So if you want to go through and see, all right, who has different cholesterol requirements? I can click on that. I can see the cholesterol requirements for all my different carriers. This is a one-stop shop for all kinds of information regarding operations, product design, and underwriting. It's something that we've never had access before, and our agents, for you guys, now you have access to it. And then back down here to the carrier announcement piece. Again, this is another place where you get all the carrier information. Like I said earlier, there's two places to navigate to that. So I'm going to now go into the new business piece. I'm going to click on each one of these, and Diana's going to spend more time talking about some of these. I'm going to get to e-applications at the end because I want to spend a little bit more time on that. So with that, Diana, do you want to talk about some of these core pieces that we've added?
Yes, would love to. I was actually so stuck on the other page when you were showing them all the forms that are now available to them that nobody's known that we've actually had. So very, very thankful that we were able to link this all together for them to have access to this. But this is equally as exciting. So most of you who have done business with us are very either calling or sending in an email with a situation that says, I got a guy. And you give me a sentence or two or three about the history and you ask us to quote it. Well, now we've created an actual quick quote page. It is called a quick quote because it is indeed a very brief amount of information. It's not where we get medical records. It's just information that's been given to you by your client. Now, I will tell you that this was created by Total Financial. We've looked at other people's quick quote, submission platforms, but I have to tell you that between all of us, case managers and vice president of underwriting and our chief underwriter at Total Financial, we went through and said, look, these are the main things that we need from you when you're looking for a quote, which is going to include some things like family history, cholesterol, blood pressure, which to you might not even be part of the thing that you're even asking for a quote on, but it does affect the offer. So you're going to fill this out just to get a quick idea of what you're looking at. This will come into the underwriting department. It will be monitored every day. You will have an answer back within 24 hours or less. So that's the quick quote. The next tab is the underwriting guidelines and requirements. Now, all of you have pretty much been used to this. Before, it used to be housed under the insurance companies. Now we've got it in its own little separate special area. And you'll notice here that we've actually published the underwriting guidelines for each carrier. Now, you either know how to use that and go through and look at the impairments to figure out what your classes are, or you can still call your case manager and go over the case and ask what the requirements are. But this way, it is at your fingertips. In addition, we've now added the foreign national section because there are many people who call up and say, I have a guy, he's not a US citizen, he's living abroad, or I have a person who's here who's not a US citizen, all the scenarios. So it now lists the companies that are true players in the foreign national market and their guidelines that they have for their programs. And then the last is really just an additional third resource that some of the carriers have, some extra guides. You'll see like a premium payment guide and some incidental other guides. But the two main things that you're going to look for are the underwriting guidelines and the foreign national guidelines listed by carrier. Okay, the next one, COVID. So obviously COVID was a big deal at the beginning of last year. Every company was changing. You didn't know what to expect at any given day. It's now returning to a semi-normal situation where a lot of the carriers are relaxing their restrictions and allowing people, especially with vaccinations, to be insured again at the regular amounts that they were insured at up until the regular ages. So although we still have this on our website, which is basically going to show you in one view all of the carriers' guidelines regarding COVID. I'm sure that I expect that this will probably be going away, possibly by the end of the year. Remember, all of these things are interchangeable. We can switch them out. If you want something else, you'll tell us. And if we feel that it's no longer, relevant, we'll get rid of it. Again, we've made a special spot if you just want to see the foreign national rules so that you don't have to go into the underwriting requirements. If you want to pay specific attention to the foreign nationals, just go ahead and hit that button and it will come up with the foreign national guidelines. The informal submission button. For 90% of you on the phone, you have submitted informals to Total Financial. You are aware that when you submit an informal, it requires what we refer to as a SureQuote HIPAA, which allows you to give us a brief information about the client, including the date of birth, personal info, address, what you're applying for, owner and Benny. But more importantly, it asks for doctors' names and conditions so that we can go out and order medical records on your behalf, have them reviewed, summarized, sent out to carriers for offers. That is a quick summary of the process. Here you will see the actual summary written out. If you scroll down to the bottom of this page, you will see that we have included the informal inquiry form that you would need to do a actual informal. That one is just the HIPAA itself. All that is the client signing, saying I authorize, here's the list of cases. The SureQuote to the right is the actual form that you would use when you want to collect all the information from your client. And every other form here is another type of HIPAA, and they're primarily all used for the major hospitals that are here in California that we all know of. The Kaiser, the UCLA, the Cleveland Clinics, the Scripps, the Cedars, all of these and more have their own special authorizations. So the more we get, the more we try and post for you so that you have them and we don't have to come back to you, at least we try not 2 weeks later, and say, hi, we need another HIPAA. So this is pretty much the process of how we handle our informal submissions. The last button is the impaired risk questionnaires. Now, much like the other page that Scott just referred to as my cheat sheet, this is going to be your guide for any time you have a client that has a condition. Many of these companies have had these forms out for many, many, many years. And trust me, they vary from company to company as to what the questions are on each one of these forms. We went through the list of all the approved forms and we picked out the ones that we feel that we get asked the most on and we see the most cases on. So whenever you have a client that has one of these conditions or you're concerned about one of these things, you don't have enough information, you're not comfortable asking the information, here are the forms. You just can hand it to your client and say, please fill out the necessary information, or you can take it and submit it to us and then we can run with it. That's not to say that we might not need other information about their history, but this will really nail down that specific condition and all the questions that you need to ask for that condition. We're really super excited about having this for you rather than having you have to go back and forth with emails and ask the questions, and feel that this will be really a wonderful addition for you to be able to have this access right away. So pretty much new things at your fingertips so that you're able to quote, so you're able to get forms, and now you're able to get all these questionnaires in addition to the underwriting guidelines and the guidelines from all the carriers as to their marijuana use, their smoking use, their retention, their table shape programs, their how they look at, blood type situations with the Pro BNP. So much information that Total Financial really prides itself on being able to give you both verbally and discuss with you when we're talking about a case. But now you'll also have it online at your fingertips.
Diane, I think at the fingertips is kind of one of the key words that we're going with this website. We've really truly tried to put everything that we could onto this website, make it content rich. And what you're going to see now is some of the big changes that we made. Yes, we made changes to the content, but we have added now some different ways to submit business. And I'm going to show you there's two ways to access this. obviously there's the e-application here from new business, but from the dashboard right on the front page here, the e-application. And this is something that we're really proud of. And there's so many different ways that you can submit business. And we could pick one, but it won't match the needs in each and every one of you. So what we've done is we've given you kind of choices to fit your business. And some of the tools that we've put together are looking forward. So they're really good today, but we know in a year, 2 years that they're going to be industry standard, and they're going to be some of the things that are, used on a day-to-day basis. So what we've tried to give you is some of the old and some of the new together. So this page right here is a core page, and you're going to want to spend some time on it because we have multiple ways to submit business. And I will say we have the quote to submit tools, and then we have just the submit tools. And I'm going to go through those. Everyone knows that I'm a Vive guy. If you are new to Total Financial, I'll explain what Vive is. But if you've been with Total Financial, you know that I love Vive. Vive is our term solution. It's a quote submit app. It's a 5-minute deal. I spent yesterday on the phone with one of our agents. I went through 3 of his cases with him and submitted them with him, and it works out great. I love Vive because it's super easy to use. It's a platform we're going to continue to use. It's term only. Right now, there's 5 carriers: Protective, Principal, Pru, PAC, and Banner, Legal General America. We are adding by the end of probably 6 months, there's going to be 3 more carriers that have come on to our proprietary platform. So Vive is a very proprietary platform. We love how easy this is to use. You quote and you submit. It drives into a PHI. We want, and what you'll see is we have where to use Vive, where to use IXN, where to use IGO. We try to make it clear. Vive is for your transactional term business. Typically, I like to say 55 and under, 3 million and under transactional healthy business because it's the simplest way to get it into the carrier. Yes, we want these applications to come in. We want them to go at accelerated underwriting. That is what Vive is meant to do. But there are many cases where we think it's going to go accelerated underwriting and it ends up going to the right and it goes into full underwriting. The beauty of the carriers that we work with Vive is they're going to order those requirements right away, and they're going to try to order less of them. So we just really truly believe in Vive. You can access Vive right here. So if I click on Vive, that'll load us in. So that's going to load in my view. So that's going to show you everybody's info. So I'm not going to do that. So we love Vive, continue to use Vive. IXN is our newest platform. IXN is a number of different things. It is a quote engine, it is a forms engine, and it is a submission platform. This is the technology that Diana and I are really looking forward to. This is the one that we think is going to change the industry and look forward. As you start to look through IXN does a lot of different things. So from a submit platform, it's going to go right from the quote, and it's a GUL in term. It's going to go right through the quote, and it's going to be 3 different ways. You're going to do your quote, and then you're going to get 3 different things. You're going to get a full application, which is PSG, and it comes with 11 different carriers. And if you want to see the carriers, you just click here. Then there's the drop ticket solution through Applicant. And that's a simple drop ticket. It takes 2 minutes to do the app, and it generates a phone interview. You can see the 11 different carriers that go there. And then there are 2 carrier direct drop tickets. And those are Protective and SBLI. Super simple. Protective is one of the best carriers to work with when you're talking about drop tickets and e-work. So if you want to see the different carriers, they're all right here. Where to use IXN? IXN is going to be your simple GUL and term cases. They're great for the less complicated cases. When you want to use full underwriting, the PSG full app is great because it's an e-application that will do signatures on your end and their end, and that's the full underwritten application. That's where Diana's team gets involved. Simple video right here for you, and you can easily go in and watch this video. I suggest everyone do that. And then obviously we have IGO. IGO's been the industry standard forever. We have IGO, we have it available. So if you've done a case prior to 521, click this link. The new link is our single signed-on login, which happens with all of these. Anything going forward, you click this link. So I use IGO for my more complicated cases. So if I have an IUL, an SUL, a GUL with a rider, I'm going to use IGO. So I'm going to go into IXN and I'm going to launch IXN because this is our new quote tool as well. And what we love about this quote tool is this is looking forward. If you have a website, you are able to put this tool on your website. If you do not have a website, IXN actually builds websites, and we have a deal with our friends at IXN. So if you want to talk to us about, hey, I need a website, I want to put quoting on my website engine, give us a call. Well, we can work through you with that. So the first thing I want to point out on this quote engine is if you will need to log into IXN. That's going to be the first thing that you need to do. So it says have an account with IXN. You click on here and see right here, you said create one. So everyone on the phone, I will need you to create an IXN login. I have one already, so I'm going to click login. Oops. Well, I thought I had one. Okay. So with the term quoting engine, this is very simple to use. First name, last name, date of birth, male, tobacco use, no, state of California. Obviously, the different health options, everyone's preferred plus, we always know that. You can quote your term, your GULs to different pays, and ROP term. So in this case, I'm going to click a 10-year term and a 20-year term. And then our 24 carriers are listed right here. So if you want to see the 24 carriers that we have available, so I'm going to select all. I'm going to put in, oopsie, my face amount, and then I'm just going to run my quote. And this is as simple as it is to use. So we have a question, by the way, and this is a great question. Are you guys still taking emailed applications? Of course. We're not going to turn down applications. We love applications, but what this technology is for you to do is allow you to get some e-applications in and change the way you do business. But absolutely, we take the good old-fashioned paper apps too. So what you see on
yes, that's why we actually have the section for the forms.
Yes, and I'll show that to you. I'll show that to you in a moment. So you can see your 10-year quote and your 20-year quote. And I'm going to kind of breeze through this quickly, but from a use standpoint, this is very nice. If I click on Protective, I can click on the share button and I can easily share it, download, email, text. If I want to compare, say I want to send them my top 3, I can click compare and it gives me a comparison of the term. And then I can share them right here. Email, text, perfect. It's easy to do. What I really want to show you is though the submit piece right here. You click over this and you hit get started. With Protective, we have 2 ways to do this. We have the drop ticket, which is direct to the carrier, and then the PSG full app. This is the e-application, very full app, easy for you to use. And then I'm going to pick on one other carrier just so I can show you how we have this set up. I'm going to pick on, I'm just going to pick on Transamerica. So Transamerica, we have PSG full app, so I don't have a drop ticket for them. So with this quote engine, it is very simple. It is quote to submit. And there's a number of different ways to submit. There's the full e-application, which is PSG, and then there's the drop ticket. Makes it very simple for you. So from there, you can also request forms. If you need a form, you click that, comes directly to us. Or if you want the standard forms packet, you can click that and it'll come and it'll give you the full forms package as well. We have also put forms up here and you can go and search for all your forms like we used to have on our other engine as well. So we've tried to make it very easy for you to do business. So I want to navigate to two other places on this website. First, if I go back to my dashboard, the mobile application. We are super excited to have a mobile application. And I invite everyone on this call to either go to the Google App Store or the Apple App Store to download it. Or if you're really techie, you can use the QR code here and it'll pull up the App Store for you. Our new mobile app is very simple to use. It is meant for you to have information at your fingertips, right? It's meant to have access to our website. It's meant for you to have some of our core things like our podcast channel and our videos. And really, it's meant for you to be able to do business on the fly. And it is from a quoting standpoint, you can easily quote and submit to 11 of our carriers right there. And anytime on our quote app, if you see a little lightning bolt, that is a direct e-submission right from your mobile app. So I suggest that everyone go through and download the mobile app. I think you'll find it very, very exciting. The last thing I want to show you is something that it's got the words coming soon, but within a short period of time, you will have access to your commission statements and your commission information on our website. We have spent an exorbitant amount of time over the last couple of months putting in a new commission accounting system, and this is from A to Z. So you're going to get paid differently. You're still going to be the great service that you're used to with Walter and Jim, but it's going to be more automated. And you are going to be able to come into the website and have access to your commission statements. So we're going to put everything, like I said, at your fingertips. When you look at across this whole website, the sales and marketing, the new business, the underwriting, the licensing, contracting, the commissions, everything we have put in here is an investment in your business to make it easier for you to go and do your jobs, to drive your business, to make it easier to do. That is what we tried to do with this website. We hope that you really understand, you spend some time in here and, use it. If you want a tour, call your SVP, call me. I will do a Zoom call and walk through any of this with you. At the end of the day, we know that technology is changing and we need to be on the forefront of it. And that's what we did. We invested in our technology. Don't forget we did.
Scott, I want to just add, because I want to reemphasize this really strongly. The two biggest things that we could have added was giving all of our producers the ability to have a mobile app. You all should be pretty comfortable right now with doing transactions on your phone or a tablet of some sort. The mobile app is ridiculously simple as far as being able to do the things that we just showed you. In addition, you can even connect to our website if you want to have that connection. But when Scott talked about investing in the future, this is the future. This mobile app will change. There are going to be things on this mobile app that are going to be coming out where you'll be getting notifications on whether it's cases that we want to notify, hey, you got an approval, or hey, you just got paid, or any kind of notification, urgent, this change happened. You'll always get notifications. And again, the commission statements being available online, we are one of the first GAs that have participated with this company to be able to have this on our website. And again, it will be connected to our mobile app as well. I don't exactly want people to have to spend their eyes looking at statements on their mobile app, so that wouldn't be advisable. But to eventually possibly query on what you're being paid for and really start moving towards I don't need to make a call, I just need to look it up, or I just need to see it. It will be different than what you're used to see now. The statements are pretty identical to what Walter's already been preparing, but now it's just going to be on the website and it should be available really soon for you. And it should be dependable and not even having to ask, when am I getting paid? You'll just know that you're getting paid every 2 weeks and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, super excited about that. Super excited. A couple of reminders. We did record this, so if you'd like a copy of it, please let your SVP know, or let me know, or let Diana know. If you have not logged into our website previously, remember to go in, to log in, and register. Make sure you go here and register. Download the mobile app. Go ahead and download that. You can go onto our website, hit that mobile app button, and hit the QR code. It works pretty slick. So with that, just a reminder that this is for you guys, right? This investment is for you. We want to make sure that we partner and listen to you and make sure that the technology is there for you. So with that, I want to say thank you to everyone that spent some time with us on the website. If you got more questions, please feel free to give me a call, give Diana a call, and we can answer any questions that you have. Diana?
Yeah, no, I just want to thank everybody. I think you'll find that there's so much information. It's going to take a while for you to go through it, but the most important thing is giving you the tools in your hands so that you can actually engage your clients. We got a lot of those requests. We get a lot of requests, to present information in some sort of flyer format so that they can, have it for their agents and or the clients. And I think we've done a pretty good job of, gathering that information and putting it on the website from all different sources. And we will continue to do that. But most importantly, we listened, we acted. And again, if you have any suggestions or if, you think that we're missing something that you'd like to see, don't be afraid to let me know, let Scott know, because, this is for you. We want this to work for you. So we hope that you enjoy it, take the time to go through it, and do let us know if you have any feedback on it, or we can help you and spend more time going through it.
Wonderful. Thanks, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks.